Okay, we are getting ready for kickoff. I think we've entered the right game number here. We're just waiting for the game to let us join. Both these guys get in. We should be on our way. It's the AFC Championship of the USFFL. Kansas City traveling to Pittsburgh. Okay, looks like we are in. So we'll set things up a bit. All important pass rush matchup in this one. And we have a kickoff. Pittsburgh gets the ball first. And they'll take it from the -8, likely a touchback. Do a flag. Kansas City showing some nerves here, lined up off sides. They'll do it again. This time 3 yards deep. Ray McLeod thinks about it and takes a knee. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Starting in the 3 wide set with Connor in the backfield, 3 very good receivers, and Eric Ebron, who is also a good receiver, also can go deep. We'll check on the injuries after this first play. 3-3-5. Linebuck to Connor. Gets the 2 roll, therefore guessed wrong, gets 5 yards, 2nd and 5. So our look at injuries. The end, who I can't pronounce, for KC, out. Linebacker, Willie Gay, out. Vince Williams for the Steelers. Let's take a look at Vince. Pro set now against the 4-3. And that's their left inside linebacker. So you're able to cover up your left inside linebacker. Off tackle, guessed wrong, gets 2, 3rd and 3 coming up. Hard to run inside on these Chiefs with 2 6s patrolling. And now you have the option of facing a 0 out at left defensive end. Alex Okafor is in as a sub here. So pro set, 3rd and 3. Connor and Snell in the backfield, 4-3 for KC. Incomplete pass. It was a guessed right flat pass, hit the interception split, and Pittsburgh is going to punt from their own 32. So a quick 3 and out for the Chiefs. The Chiefs defense. And here comes the punt, 47 yards. It's the 7 roll. Hardeman has a touchdown and also lots of fair catches. What does he hit? He hits a 4-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs, starting at their own 25. So a de facto touchback. Two tight end set with Edwards-Helaire for the Chiefs brings them some extra protection as the pass blocking is upgraded a point. Look in pass, Edwards-Helaire, man is there. Gets 3 yards. Possible penalty is waived off. 2nd and 7. Three, 4 again, not blitzing, and that's an interesting storyline. 2 tight end here. Again, bring an extra point of pass block across the line. Short pass, Sammy Watkins. He's not double teamed. 4 men are in zone. Incomplete on the Steelers' dangerous pass card. Steelers bring in a good to excellent pass D and a good run D. Interception 2-3 11-12 with 1 man back on long pass. 2-6 11-12 with 4 men in short. Even 2-6 with no men long pass. That good run defense does have a vulnerability, which is the off tackle that has short gains on 7 and 8. Short pass, Sammy Watkins, 4 men, guess right. It is a complete pass. Mahomes lands on his own card for 12. 1st and 10 now. A 3rd down conversion for one team, not for the other. That means the Chiefs get a fresh set of downs from their own 40. 12 minutes left, first quarter. Sticking too tight. That means Kaiser's in. Getting that pass protection is helpful, especially when the linebackers of the Steelers come. But they also have Cameron Hayward. Here is an end run. Guessed wrong. 5 yards for Edwards-Helaire. Left end is 12-star 1. And with that 3-4 defense, he's facing the right tackle. He was already a 7, so a lot of the pass block is mitigated. Short pass, guessed right. 3 men in zone. Almost intercepted. 4 men would have been the interception. The interception split comes up on that dangerous Pittsburgh short pass defensive card. It's 2 through 4, 11, 12. A 5 shows up. 3rd and 5 now for KC from the 45-yard line, their own 45. Kaiser stays in the game in this 2 tight end set. Edwards-Helaire, no blitz coming. Short pass to Kaiser. 3 men in zone. Defensive call there. Defensive X is going to be up against Bud Dupree, I believe. Yep, he's a 0. A 5. White guy shows up. 15 yards for Kaiser. First down for the Chiefs into Pittsburgh territory at the 40. So Kaiser makes a big play and a contribution. He is worthwhile against that 0 Bud Dupree. Now blocking back formation with Sherman in the backfield. Off tackle, guessed wrong. Nobody home. Opportunity for the Chiefs here to hit that 7-8. They don't. Actually, they had a linebacker up. Doesn't matter. Offsetting penalties will do it again. 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh 40. For the Chiefs. 10:30 left first quarter. Le'Veon Bell enters the backfield in this 2 tight set. 3-4, not blitzing. Short pass, Tyreek Hill. He's not doubled up. 3 men in zone. It's correctly called and guessed right, but it's a completion to Mahomes' card for 13. And KC is cooking now at the Pittsburgh 27-yard line. Pittsburgh plays some pretty mean red zone D, but we're not in the red zone yet. KC likes the long pass from this range. Line buck, guessed correctly. Linebacker in zone, Avery Williamson makes the play. So short yardage D was called there on 1st and 10. 2 linebackers in zone. Avery Williamson steps up. He's a 5 substitute linebacker, 5 against the run. The 5 white die shows up. Would have been 5 yards otherwise. But instead, no gain. 2nd and 10 now for the Chiefs. Le'Veon Bell back in the backfield. 3 wide against the blitz. Flat pass. Nobody's home. Opportunity here for the Chiefs. Guessed right. Nobody home, though. It's going to Le'Veon Bell, and he drops the ball. Guessed wrong on his own card. So a big drop there from Le'Veon. 3rd down, 10 coming up. Bucker 2 through 7 and change on this in this particular bracket of field goal range. Needs 5 yards to step up to the next range where he improves. 3 wide with Sherman in the backfield now. That deters the blitz from the Steelers. They're just showing a straight 3-3-5. So Sherman not really an option. Hardman and Robinson are the extra receivers, joining the usual Kelsey and Hill. Short pass to Robinson, 4 men in zone. He's flushed, gets 13 yards on the 0 men. 13-yard pickup is limited, however, by the fact that Anthony Sherman was in the backfield. So it maxes out at 5. It's 4th and 5. Here comes Bucker. He gets the extra yard to get in better range. He has some variable risk, though, and he missed it. There's a flag down, however. There's offsetting penalties again, and he gets to try it again from the 22. So big X-die roll saves the variable hit, and now Bucker back on, but he misses again. No score, 8:06 left. Pittsburgh takes over from their own 29-yard line. So right there, added 2 yards. You see right here on this attempt, which took him to the 24. Previous attempt went by 4 yards. And run, Connor, guessed wrong, just gets 2 yards. And DeCastro is gone for the season. That's a significant loss. That is right guard David DeCastro. And he's facing who tonight? Is it the pass rusher? It is Chris Jones. At least I believe he is. Let's check here. 4-3, left tackle faces the right guard. So all of a sudden, Pittsburgh has a serious problem along the offensive line and their vulnerability. But nickel shows up. That nickel knows. And the 3-4, the right guard faces the second high linebacker. So that's a sort of offset there. Off tackle to McFarland. Can't get by Chris Jones. 3rd down and long. Pittsburgh searching for their first down of the game halfway through the first quarter. 3rd and 8 from their own 31. So the matchup is favorable for the Chiefs when they go 4 along the line. Let's see if the Chiefs are willing to make the sacrifice to go 4-2-5. They aren't. So the DeCastro problem is mitigated. 4 wide, short pass Washington, and it's a 13-yard gain on Ben's card and a 1st down for Pittsburgh. A really nice throw there, an important throw for Pitt. Not to get the ball right back up to the Chiefs here. Instead, 1st down at their own 44. Snell in a 3-wide fullback set. Ebron has the tight. Forces the Chiefs into a 3-line. Line buck, 4 yards, 2nd and 6. And getting the Chiefs to run 3-man line is actually important. It's not the look. We're overemphasizing it right now. I mean, there's a chance it pops up once or twice, the sack, but it does matter. Now the pro set does draw the 4-man line with McFarland and Snell in the backfield. Snell can run out of that fullback role as he just showed. Ebron stays as tight end. Look in pass. Guess right. 16 yards thanks to the white die 6. And Pittsburgh moves closer to field goal range at the 36-yard line. Technically, they're in it. But Boswell just hits 2 through 4 all the way out to the 42. So that's only helpful, 1 second left. That sort of range when you're just 2 through 4. Snell off tackle. Guessed right thanks to the 1 white die out of the 3-wide formation. Loses 2 yards. 2nd and 12. From the Kansas City 38. 5:06 left, first quarter. 3 wide and a halfback with Connor in the backfield. Linebuck Connor. Again, the white die shows up. 3rd and 12 now for Pitt. This is when you need to look at Ben's card. And what does he have there? His 7 short pass is 10 yards. He does get 12 on 4 and 5. 4 wide. And Ebron, who faces a 4 defender, versus a 3-2-6. Long pass, Smith-Schuster. 1 man back. He's a 4. Incomplete, possible penalty. Does not happen. So 4th and 12 is incomplete on the 7 roll on Ben's card. So avoided the interception split. And here comes the punting unit. They'll cough and corner this. Looking for a short one. 34 yards, but there's a flagrant face mask against Pittsburgh. That's going to push the ball out from the 4-yard line out to the 19-yard line for the Chiefs starting position. So in terms of net, it's 19 yards. Pittsburgh has a very favorable penalty card, and it went to their card. They must have hit the 4 roll, which is a number 2. Now, Pittsburgh does have an advantage tonight in penalties. 1st and 10 from the 19. The Chiefs start out too tight. Flat pass. Edwards-Helaire. Man is there. Guessed right. Incomplete on the 5, the famous 5 of Mahomes' card. 2nd and 10. Again, too tight for the Chiefs. 3-4 for the Steelers. TJ Watt, left outside linebacker, brings a lot of pass rush, including a 10 asterisk. And he faces the left guard. End run to Edwards-Helaire. Guessed wrong. Gets only 2 yards possible. Penalty does not show up. So left guard is Algretti, who's a 5. Of course, when his asterisk comes up, he faces the back. But the asterisk will rotate with this measly 1 star here to it. Better off without it. 3 wide in the shotgun with Bell against a non-blitzing 3-3-5 on this 3rd and 8 from the 21. Short pass to Bell. He is covered by a 0. Incomplete on Mahomes' card, and we will have another punt. This is the first for the Chiefs, third overall for the game. Townsend's on. Punt return is called by the D. 40 yards, rolls 12 yards, so 52-yard net takes us to the 73-yard line, i.e. the Pittsburgh 27. And here come the Steelers with 2:24 left in the first quarter. Steelers' 3rd possession. Three wide with Connor versus the 3-3-5. Off tackle, Connor gets 15 thanks to the boxes. 1st and 10 up to the 42. That's really what he's looking for. And finds it. Pro set now brings in the double sixes of the Chiefs defensive tackles. Flat pass, Connor. 2 men are there. It's complete anyway. 2 yards, guessed right. Yak reading. It's like it was a B Yak, James Conner, maybe an A. Nonetheless, elevated Yak. Results in just a 2-yard gain with the 6 roll on the Yak. Connor is a B. 2nd and 8. 3 wide, 2 running backs. Enables the Chiefs to stay 4-3 if they want to. And they do. And I don't blame them. 2nd and 8 here. McFarland is the tailback with Ebron in the backfield. Off tackle, McFarland testing these left tackles, not going to stop testing the defensive tackles, not going to get by them. No gain, 3rd down, 8 yards. Pittsburgh is challenged when it comes to halfbacks. Like anybody else, guess wrong, get the right rolls, and you can move the chains, but just don't have it in the cards to do some damage that some others can do out there. 3 wide in a shotgun with Connor on this 3rd and 8 from their own 44. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. Deontay Johnson is doubled up, 5 yards nonetheless. 4th and 3, decision time for Pittsburgh. They're going to punt it away from pretty good punt position. Not ideal coffin corner punt position. Let's see what they do here. They are going to coffin corner, and they get a nice punt. It's going to put them at the 9. That's what they needed to get, the 11. They needed to have a decent coffin corner. It was not ideal territory, but they do well enough to pin KC at their own 11. We're a play or two away from the end of the first quarter. Too tight in a shotgun is Mahomes, so Edwards-Helaire is limited to a linebuck here against the 5 nose tackle if he does decide to run. 3-4 for Pitt. Long pass Watkins. A man is back there, guessed right. It's a favorable reading for the Steelers typically, but it's going to be a nice roll of must-run, 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. That's a dangerous call. You have some real interception possibilities there and very strong Pittsburgh D. So nicely called by the D, but it works out for the Chiefs. 2nd and 1. Too tight with Edwards-Helaire. They've been running a lot 2nd and short in these playoffs. Let's see if they stay with that theme. They do. The linebacker is there. Dreaded 5 shows up. 3rd and 1. The other thing TJ Watt brings is a 6 against the run. Right outside linebacker Bud Dupree brings a 5 against the run. And that backup, Avery Williamson, brings a 5 against the run. So you have some pretty good run stoppers here for Pittsburgh. But I would not discount a pass possibility with Mahomes as the quarterback. 3rd and 1 from the 20. 14-24 now left in the second. It is a long pass. Guessed wrong. Nobody home. Big opportunity for the Chiefs, and it's intercepted. The 0-man interception pays off for the Steelers. Let's check the return. 12 yards. Steelers take over at the Kansas City 39. So there you go. It's a 0-man 2 through 6 interception split on the Pittsburgh defensive card. And the 6 shows up. Needed every ounce of that Pittsburgh D card to grab that interception. Cameron Sutton does it. 1st and 10. Steelers from the 39. Ebron gets 4 yards on his card. Guessed right, flat pass. 2nd and 6 to the Chiefs 35. Pro set now, 2nd and 6. Four, 3. Linebuck guessed wrong. 2 yards. 3rd and 4 to the 33. So contain, not an issue for the Steelers. They go pro set. They need a yard to bracket into Boswell's 2 through 9, 12 range, or at least a chance at it. And run guessed wrong. 6 yards, 1st down. James Conner has a nice looking end run wrong column where he can get those sorts of yards. It's not a lot of short gains out there, but he can get those sorts of yards, and he is their best runner overall. Guessed wrong, a bit more of a disaster. Sorry, guessed right, a bit more of a disaster with a loss of 6 on 7, a loss of 7 on 5, loss of 7 on 3. Personal foul. We got roughness here on this 5-yard gain, so that takes the Steelers up to the KC 11, 1st and 10. Three wide, 4-2-5, blitz coming from the Chiefs. Gets the favorable matchup along the line. Linebuck to Ben Roethlisberger. We have an offside against Kansas City. 1st and 5 now from the 6. Pro set. 4-2-5. And there's your sack. Mathau comes in. Makes it now a 2nd and 11 from the 12 on the 6-yard loss. Pro set. 4-2-5 blitz again. High probability of a sack. At least moderate probability if they decide to pass. They don't get the dreaded 5 on the run, though. So 3rd and 11. Pittsburgh going to have to pull off a 3rd and long conversion here against the odds. Can they do it? Certainly less than 50% chance on a short pass, especially with that blitz coming. But certainly possible. Ben has a nice short pass right column. Kansas City D has its holes. Not many 4 men, but they do. Completion on 6 with 4 men. 4 wide in the shotgun. 4-2-5, not blitzing this time. Because Ebron is in the backfield, he brings a 5 pass block. So you're better off getting the high percentages on your tackles probably than bringing the safety with more chances but lower percentages. Short pass to Washington. Incomplete on Ben's card. Finds the incompletion. And that's going to bring on Boswell for a short one. KC missed their short one. Boswell hits it. 3-0 Pittsburgh. 10:30 left. 2nd quarter. Here comes Pringle. But it's a touchback. So Boswell finds the 3-11 touchback to prevent Pringle getting on the field. Well, I guess he was on the field. He just didn't run with the ball. So 1st and 10 now for the Chiefs. 10:25 left here 10:12 left in the half. Too tight with Edwards-Helaire against 3-4. Short pass. Kelsey, he's doubled up. Incomplete on Mahomes' card. Double team reading. If it's right, it is a must run. 2nd and 10. Nice call there by Coach Sibley. Too tight again. Same formation with Edwards-Helaire. Again, same 3-4 from the Steelers. Long pass. Hardman. Nobody's back there again. Guessed right this time, though. He's flushed. Gets 10 yards. Second time that the flush has gone to in two opportunities. Both times they've gone to the 0-man defensive card. And both times they've been double-digit gains. So 1st down and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 35-yard line. Same formations for both squads. Line buck, guessed wrong. Nobody home. 1 yard on Edwards-Helaire's card. The 6 roll is +1, which is the second worst roll other than the dreaded 5 on Edwards-Helaire's card. So 2nd and 9 now from the 36. Shotgun is the only change to the formation here for either side. Short pass, Edwards-Helaire. He's not covered. Well, he is covered by a 4, apparently. Is he? No, he's not covered. He's flushed. 8 yards. So, yeah, we had a blitzer in Bud Dupree, who was guarding Edwards-Helaire. Gets the flush instead on a 0% chance of sack as Hayward faced Fisher, who's a 7. 3rd down, 1 yard from the KC 44. Formation decisions here for KC. What to do. They're going to go blocking back with Bell and Sherman. Pringle is your wideout. Flat pass, Hill. He's double teamed by Minkah Fitzpatrick. But there's mandatory penalty, which is a false start by the Chiefs. So march him back 5 yards, 3rd and 6. Now, after the nice call by Coach Sibley to get the double team on Hill, because it was Minkah, it was double teamed. It was not the linebacker, so it showed up as the receiver double teamed there. Flat pass, Le'Veon Bell. He's double teamed, incomplete. So 2 nice double team calls in a row. Welcome, Dennis. By Coach Sibley results in another 4th down for the Chiefs, and they're going to have to punt again.
It's Coach Shibley, unless Tim's knocked the H out of him already.
Thank you. Ray McLeod on the return gets 4 yards. Steelers will start out at their 21-yard line. 1st and 10, halfway through the second quarter, Pittsburgh leading 3-0.
If you haven't been able to tell by now, Peter Shibley is one of the best strat football coaches out there.
Line buck to Ben Roethlisberger, offside against KC. Go ahead. Sorry, Dennis.
No, just the fact that he's gotten this Pittsburgh team, which, has its faults, to the conference championship game is a testament to his coaching skills, I think.
It is. Well, the Pittsburgh team has its pros and cons. So every team has its faults. This is a team that's offensively challenged. Not many carries back there. That's probably its biggest issue is the set of halfbacks. I'm sure you'd agree.
Yeah, and he does have, it's marked as good to excellent defense, pass defense, which I don't really see it quite that way, but it does have a higher interception splits when you get to the deep pass than most teams.
It does, and that paid off already. There was a guessed wrong long pass by Mahomes. 0 men intercepted on the 6. which led to Pittsburgh's 3 points. Face a 2nd and 4 here. I'm getting some background there, Dennis. I don't know if you can.
Oh yeah, let
shield
me.
it somehow. I don't want to mute you either, but
Yeah, I'll self mute. I'll jump in when I can.
okay. 3 wide with a halfback on the 2nd and 4. So for Dennis's benefit, to get him up to speed as well, DeCastro's injured for the Steelers. Got hurt 2 drives ago, which creates a mismatch along the defensive line when the Chiefs go 4-3. Off tackle, guessed wrong. This time a short gain for Connor. Picks up 12, and Pittsburgh gets a nice first down here out to their own 39. 6 minutes left in the second. 3 wide, forcing KC into that nickel, which helps the pass rush situation because now DeCastro would face a second high linebacker who's not coming, I can tell you. Looking past Ebron. One man is there, 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Pittsburgh punted on the very first possession of the game. KC went all the way down to about the 22-yard line where they missed a field goal. Pittsburgh cashed in on that aforementioned interception to make it 3-0. 3 wide with Connor in the backfield. Looking past Johnson, gets 6 yards on Ben's 12 roll. Faces now a 3rd and short from their own 48. Important play here. You can manage to get this 1 yard. You can get the clock down a couple more minutes. The first down after that. I mean, there is a chance to run out the clock here. It's in the cards. It's not probable, though. Blocking back with Connor and Ebron. McDonald now as tight end. Got that 6 center up against those 2-6 defensive tackles. 4-3 for the Chiefs, not blitzing. Here comes the call. End run, guessed right. Connor, he's got a disastrous card out there. Can he find some yards? He does on the defensive card. 5-yard pickup and a first down. Connor with a loss of 7 on 7, I think. A loss of course, big loss on 5. Another big loss on 4. Guessed right. But gets the defensive card. Gets the yards he needs. Already picked up a first down on 3rd and short on an end run. Guessed wrong on his own card. Does another nice job here of getting the line to gain. And now the Steelers are in Chiefs territory. Flat pass Johnson, incomplete. There's a personal foul against KC. Their 2nd of the game. We've had 1 on Pittsburgh, 2 on the Chiefs. Chiefs' 2 penalties have been more important, though. The first one brought Pittsburgh all the way up to the Chiefs' 11-yard line. This one brings them up to the 32. 3:54 left. Pro set against 4-3. Connor and Snell, 2 decent running cards back there. Flat pass Johnson. 2 men are in zone, incomplete. Nice call by Coach Irvin. 2nd and 10. We see the pro set again. Four, 3 for the Chiefs. Long pass. 88% sack, and there's double teamed as well. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. The 12 on Roethlisberger. The long pass card shows up. He would have had a must run, a rare must run. He would have had that if guessed right. Instead, we have a 3rd and 10 from the 32. Ben's must run, for what it's worth, has 4 yards on 7. Gives you an idea. As long as 11 yards. So linebucker to Roethlisberger here is going to get no gain. Excuse me. So here comes a high variable risk field goal here from the 32. Boswell lines it up, and it is no good. So the variable kicks in, pushes him back to the 34-yard line where he's 2 through 4, and he gets the 9 roll, which is a miss. If the variable didn't click in there, then it would have been good. Where he's 2-9-12.
So do you know if the Chiefs and Steelers played already this year in the regular season?
Chiefs and Steelers. Let's take a no. I don't.
I'll check that out. Go ahead. You call the game and I'll check it out.
Yep. Thank you. 1st and 10 now. Chiefs take over from their own 39. Short pass. Watkins, 4 men in zone. Guessed right. Complete on Mahomes' card for 12 up to midfield. Slightly into Pittsburgh territory with 2:06 left.
So they did not play each other this year. Of course, you're familiar with the Chiefs having played them, and we're all familiar with Tim's frequent appearances in the Super Bowl and deep playoff runs. So you got to think he's favored in this one.
Incomplete, dropped by Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, it's favored. The Cards, I like Pittsburgh's. Pittsburgh's Cards are more NFC-like. They're just more stout on D, more options on defense to bring down Mahomes.
Well, that's a good point. I'm looking at the point differentials, and Kansas City scored almost 500, but allowed over 400. Pittsburgh allowed under 300. So maybe I'm wrong.
3rd and 4. Pitt had excellent red zone defense, which would be important on any game, but in this one too. 3rd and 4 now from the 43. 1:30 left. KC still has all their timeouts. Shutting them out through most of this first half says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, obviously he's got good defensive cards, but he's also calling a good game too.
Yes, and when he does make a bad call, the defense has been there for him. Short pass to Kaiser, 3 men in zone, guessed right. 12 yards on the Steelers' card. 1st and 10 now up to the Pittsburgh 31. He got out of bounds, so KC is in pretty good shape here with just 31 yards to go. 3 potential first downs. Not likely. More like 2. But as you sort of extrapolate that out, that just means they have plenty of time here. Whole playbook is open at this stage. Long pass, Kelsey. Nobody back there guessed right. 29 yards down to the 2. Mahomes' card 10 shows up. Now, it's most likely that Pittsburgh will take a TO here. Yes, go ahead, please.
I was just looking at the sack numbers, and it looks like Pittsburgh had like 20 more sacks than they gave up. Kansas City is about the same, 25 sacks and 20 given up. But have we seen any pressure coming from TJ Watt and company this game?
Not effectively. There's been a lot of 2 tight end by KC so far to help stem that. Linebuck to Bell. He's guessed wrong. And that's a touchdown unless we have we do. We have an offside. Call it a false start against KC. He's going to make it a 1st and goal now from the 7. No time off the clock.
So on that long pass, there was a sack chance. He only needed to get over 5 to get the sack, and he only got a 0. So he had a chance.
There should be opportunities. There's a couple good matchups there, which is Watt against the left guard, who's a 5. Here we see 2 tight match protect now again. Edwards-Helaire, though, is a 0. So you have the Minka matchup, which is going to be favorable, and a couple others too. And it's a linebuck. 2 men in zone, guessed wrong. Only a yard, but a holding against Kansas City. Important one at that. Pushes them back to the 17. 45 seconds left. 1st and goal. This will be the 3rd first down attempt now. What does come into play, and has come into play a lot, is Pittsburgh's very favorable penalty card, Dennis. That I don't know what you can check the season stats, but it's a really nice penalty card. KC goes too tight once more with Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, so might be looking off tackle, try to hit one of those short gains, maybe an off tackle draw to Le'Veon here. Sort of what I would expect with 3 timeouts. Doesn't mean I'd guess run or anything, anybody. I don't know if I'd have the cojones for that, but that's what I truly expect to occur here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so KC was like -20 on penalties for the year. Pittsburgh plus 30.
double team Watkins, but it's complete anyway on Mahomes' card. Say that again, Dennis.
I said Pittsburgh was plus 30, so they had like plus 28 actually, but 28 fewer penalties against them and more on their opponents. Yep. Whereas KC was the other way, minus 20.
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing it so far, and you're seeing KC try to overcome it here. 2nd and goal from the 6. Bell in the backfield again, not going to face 0 linebackers out here. He brings a little bit of pass block, but not much. Here comes that blitz, and there it is, pass rush. Avery Williamson gets credit for the sack, but Dupree causes it on a 55% chance. And here is that red zone defense of Pittsburgh.
It was going to happen sooner or later. Although Kansas City's got pretty good pass blocking, so.
They do.
3 7s, a 5, and a 4. That'll get it done most of the time.
Those matchups, though, when you bring your high linebacker is Watt up against that 5.
Right. And that 4, the worst one, was involved right there with Bud Dupree.
Which is, I imagine, the second linebacker call, I imagine.
Oh, I believe so.
Yep. So 3rd and goal from the 15 here. So you're looking for some cornerback matchups that might get you that 15 on short pass 7. You're looking at your receiver cards. You're not going to get it on Mahomes' card. And your matchups are Hardman against a 4, Kaiser against a 0. Goes too tight to bring some protection. And you do get that Kaiser 0 matchup. I like this formation for the Chiefs. I would double Kaiser or Hardman. Draw to Edwards-Helaire. Looking for the short gain. Does he find it? No. 7 yards. Got that double short gain on Pittsburgh's off tackle. The true kryptonite of the defense. Can't find it there, though. 4th and goal from the 8. I imagine the Chiefs will take the tie-in because they get the ball here in the 3rd quarter.
If he had been able to avoid the sack on a short pass, 10 on Mahomes' cards is plus 14. It would have been 4th and goal at the 1.
Indeed. Should have been even more stressful for Tim. Instead, Butker is on for a short one. He makes it. We are tied at 3. 15 seconds left. Pittsburgh does not bring a long threat here. So let's see what they do. They kick away to the -3. McLeod takes a knee. And we are likely to see a knee here yet again from Big Ben. Your Seahawks would have trouble, I imagine, with the pass rush of the Steelers in particular.
Yeah, we would have trouble with anybody's pass rush. Not a great pass blocking team.
And there is the knee from Ben. So that will take us to halftime. Tied at 3, a defensive battle. KC with the ball. Let's take a quick look at our stats here. KC with a 151 to 99 yard edge. Pittsburgh got the turnover. It's very good D. We've got 8 runs, really 6 called runs versus 22 pass attempts for the Chiefs. 18 runs to 13 passes for the Steelers. Big catch was Kelsey taking it down to the 1 yard line. Down to the 1. But a false start against KC on first down negated what looked to be a touchdown. pushed him back to the 6, and then bad things happened from there to force the field goal.
Interesting looking at the regular season. Pittsburgh ended the season on a 9-1 run, and of course they haven't lost in the playoffs yet. Kansas City, on the other hand, had 4 losses, so they were in their last 10. They were 6-4. So Pittsburgh's on a little bit more of a hot streak than KC going into this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Although they both did well winning their first round games.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Pitt beat the Browns. KC has taken down the Colts, which I think is the best carded team in the AFC. And they have taken down, who did they take down the second round? What am I forgetting here? Not the Browns, but the Patriots. Steelers' first round matchup was against
Steelers beat
Houston.
Houston, and then that Cleveland win. That was a nip and tuck one.
And that was 3 wins over Cleveland on the season for the Steelers. Got them on the sweep. First 2 weren't close. Last week was a close one. Gotta wonder what Coach Irvin is thinking offensively here.
He's got 150 yards is not a bad first half, yardage wise. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Pittsburgh only with 99 yards at the break. But
the missed field goal was big, but you just keep doing it. Keep throwing. Yeah, keep throwing. The issue is, Tim tried to do it. He tried to get in the end zone from outside the red zone. You get Steelers inside the 10, that pass rush is coming. Your offense in terms of running is not very strong for the Chiefs. Inside the 10 is not where you want to be. You want to get in the end zone before the 10-yard line if you're Kansas City. That's got to be a priority.
Right. And you can do some things formation-wise, maybe to slow down Pittsburgh, go 3 wide. So if they rush their linebackers, they're leaving a zone there. Mm-hmm. Or maybe go blocking back and shotgun to slow their pass rush down. So you have some options if you're Tim.
Yeah. We have a long gain here, but it only goes for 30 yards. How did we get that long gain? We got it on...
It's Pringle's card, right?
Yeah, but Pittsburgh does not have a long gain. He kicked away. Pittsburgh goes 28 yards on 12. Where did that long gain come?
It was a touchdown roll, and it was a white die 1. So it was, or the white die, the white die 1, which changed it from a touchdown to a long gain.
Now, that's the second time that's happened. I'm not sure if this was watching Tim or me playing against Pringle in Frozen Tundra, but Pringle gets stymied. Tough break for KC. Would have been a tougher break, though, for the Steelers. So now we get a tie game the way we had it, probably the way that we would have liked it. Double team Watkins here by Minka on first down. And he's going to get flushed 10 yards.
The linebacker was double teaming at that time. He moved Bud Dupree out and put Minka in the short zone.
Well, he gets the flush, and Tim now 3 for 3 on flushes. 10 yards, 10 yards, 13 yards, all on the defensive card.
So that was another one that was looking for the second high linebacker. And that time, of course, there was no linebackers coming.
Indeed. Bell in the backfield, too tight. Kaiser again getting that benefit of the matchup off tackle. Bell, guessed wrong, but Dupree, who's a 5 runner, makes the play on the 4 white die. No penalty, 2nd and 11. They have some weapons, very interesting weapons along that Pittsburgh line, the way they can stop the run. And if you do face them, you might have to flat pass them because stick those linebackers into Chris Carson's off tackle lane, and you got a 5 and a 6 there, meaning Watt and Dupree.
Right. And then on top of that, you're you start calling draws to get those guys out of there, and then he hits you with a run call, and you're keyed.
Yep. Too tight again. Long pass Pringle. Nobody back there guessed right. Opportunity.
Covered by 0.
And there's the interception again. This time the 8 shows up instead of the 6. And, if you're the Chiefs, not different than many other teams out there like them, you need to hit some long passes to win. It's kind of in their formula. They've hit one so far today.
So 15 out of 36 for a long gain, a straight long gain, and then the receiver ratings.
Pringle, not the best one to catch it. I don't think we had a safety blitz coming there. Too tight against a 3-3-5. Right move to go 3-3-5 against Bell back there. You do slow down your own pass rush a little bit, though. 3rd and 11. Big third down here on the first possession of the first half. Long pass Hill. Got a man back there, I believe, is Minka.
And no, he's doubling Kaiser.
He's flushed again. What was he up? Incomplete.
Yeah, so he was doubling Kaiser, and the long pass was empty, but it was covered by a 5 cornerback. So
4th and 11. So 2-0 men. Long pass opportunities, neither connect. Ray McLeod gets 4 yards. Pittsburgh's going to start out at their own 15, just 2.5 minutes off the third quarter clock here. James Conner starts the second half with 9 carries till his first fatigue level.
Yeah, I was wondering why maybe Peter didn't take a couple shots and run with Conner or off tackle. He has a big plus 59 on one of the edges, but he's got to conserve those carries.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's been taking a couple shots out there. Flat pass Claypool going to get 8 on the 6 white die. 2nd and 2. Taking 2 or 3 end runs to Conner, I believe, right? Which is high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I'd like to see Tim maybe try that 3 wide, 4 wide formation against Pittsburgh to see how that goes.
Here is the famous line buck to Ben. He gets 5. Check the tendencies of Pittsburgh. They like that run, Dennis. Not that you probably do anything about it. You probably invite it. 10.4 fumble there. But he gets the first down, 1st and 10. Snell, who can run, is your fullback, 3 wide. Ebron, wisely, has been the tight end in most of these sets. Here is Snell, but he gets stymied by the white die of 1. Guessed right. Would have been just a yard, though. Guessed wrong. 2nd and 10. So, I don't know if you heard me, but DeCastro got hurt.
Yeah.
Creates an opportunity right there for Chris Jones when the Chiefs can manage to have 4 men across the line. Seeing Tim go 4-2-5 in a lot of defensive red zone sets, which makes a lot of sense. Long pass, Smith-Schuster, incomplete, in between some opportunities. Plenty of pass rush opportunities there, including that 88% against the injured sub of DeCastro, 3rd and 10. $10:30 now. Pittsburgh does, in my view, need to build the lead here because you're going to get some furious drives from KC sooner or later. Not much you can do to prevent it. Too many receivers. We have not seen the receiver fumble show up for the Chiefs yet, even a chance of it, which is part of their kryptonite.
Favorable matchups for Pittsburgh here for dump-offs because now you got Chris Jones facing a 7 and Ponce. Clark's facing a 7.
Here he is, 7 yards. It's so just short. 4th and 3.
So you see with no linebackers, it's 7%, 5%, 0%, and then the rest are straight dumps.
Yep. You got to be tempted to go 4-2-5 on those 3rd and very longs if you are Tim. But that was 3rd and 10. So from the 3-yard line, probably going to let it bounce. But 2 through 4, I believe, is the enemy of the Chiefs right here. On the 62-yard, goes the other way. Gets 11. So that means the Chiefs get a touchback. 9:36 left in the third. Still tied 3-3. KC starting from their own 20.
This is Pittsburgh type of game. The longer he keeps it, dirty and muddy like this, the better it is for him to pull off the win.
Yeah, I agree. He's got to build a little bit of a lead. Short pass to Hill. He's doubled up. Flushed 13 yards again. The flush has been working for the Chiefs, been their best friend today. Really the best consistent offensive weapon they've had. And the pass rush didn't happen because no second high linebacker again. Got the D-die, which caused the flush. I mean, it's not a big deal to leave Kaiser uncovered and bring Dupree. Kaiser's receiver card, guess wrong, isn't going to kill you.
Yeah, good point. I like that.
Looking past Edwards-Helaire. One man there, guess right. Incomplete again. Dupree, must have been the left linebacker, Watt, was busy doing something else, left Edwards-Helaire open, but he dropped it on the 7.
Yeah, he was on the line of scrimmage. He was coming. Both outside linebackers were coming in the off-tackle zone, and he had shifted over the inside linebacker to cover TJ Watt's spot. That's why it didn't look like there was nobody.
Good call by Tim. That's a nice percentage play. The downside to those flat passes, of course, are the fumble. I mean, you're just increasing your chances of that KC 50% fumble showing up on flat pass.
Now, had that shown up today? No fumbles today for KC so far, right?
Not even a chance.
Yeah.
Off tackle, we have a holding against KC. So let's see what happens here. Going to decline it. Interesting.
Probably a good move because he lost 2 on the play. So you're going to have – you're at 3rd and 12 versus 2nd and 20.
Well, it depends on Mahomes' card, I'd say. Mahomes, short pass. I should know this by heart. By how many times I face him. Three wide, no blitz coming here. So he can get 12 yards on 6 and 9 and 10. So some chances here. Short pass to Pringle. 4 men in zone. Looking for that Mahomes reading. Doesn't get it. Offside against Pittsburgh. Do it again. Third and 7 now. To blitz or not to blitz. 7 yards. Mahomes is in his really nice flat pass range where he has a yackless guessed right 7 for 7 yards. So if you're thinking the blitz is coming, might want to pull the string. You definitely would do it if you were 15 yards up ahead and you knew you were going for it on 4th down. That would be the call. Here,
Kelsey and Hill with the double team receptions.
And here is Kelsey. Double teamed, incomplete. 4th and 7. Nice call by Coach Shibley with an H. Townsend is on for the punt. It's just a 12-yard punt. Ray McLeod from the KC 48 gets 6. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh at the KC 42. Big shank there from Townsend. That's a tough break for the Chiefs. Couple tough breaks here. The Edwards-Helaire drop.
The touchdown turned into a long game, which really was not that much longer than a normal kickoff return.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Pringle's card, right? Yeah, that's like an average return for him. So 1st and 10 now, pro set against that 4-3 with those 2 6s in there. Left end for the Chiefs is injured. Linebucker McFarland gets 5 yards, avoids the defensive tackles. However, we have a false start against the Steelers. Occurred over on the KC card. 1st and 15. Crow said again, we'll draw that 4-man line from the Chiefs. Off tackle, 25 yards. He hits the nice run from Connor. So he can shut down those that doubt these backs. That's the huge run, biggest run of the game by any player. Puts Pittsburgh into scoring position on the precipice of the red zone. Connor now 9 carries, 70 yards, 7.8 average. He's fishing for an MVP here.
McFarland in the game to replace him, but he's subject to that low usage, low carry running back usage.
Mm-hmm. And his average is just 3.4. Short pass Johnson, double team the other guy. First down, and this is no penalty. There is no penalty. Down to the 10-yard line, ideal spot for the Steelers. The flat pass stays alive. And now the Steelers, they can convert here. Can get a touchdown lead on these Chiefs. And they go 4-2-5, despite the fact that the flat pass is open. Mathau at 6 can step into that look and pass zone. Probably will.
You might see him blitz Honey Badger and put that 4 in there.
Flat pass Ebron does go to the look in. Against the 4 out there, guessed right. Going to pick up a yard. So an ideal play for the Chiefs. You'd rather him gain a yard than lose a yard there. 2nd and goal from a 9. Flat pass taken away.
Now that Chris Jones versus J.C. Hassenauer matchup is in focus.
Sure is. Snell in the shotgun, limited to a line buck.
Also only a 3 pass blocker against the free safety if he's coming.
Doesn't do much guessed wrong. Line buck 2. Snell, he gets the 21-yard roll. Oh, my. You take a look at that wrong column. There's not much there for a 2nd and 9, right? You think you're facing a 3rd and 7. Instead, he hits the 11 touchdown Pittsburgh. Boswell on for the extra point. It's good. 10-3 Pitts, 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Here comes Pringle from 9 yards deep. Tim's going to run him out here. If I know Tim. I think we all know Tim well enough to know that. He doesn't. Oh, my. Let's write that one down. I haven't been writing much down, but that's an interesting decision. So as you take a look at the Pittsburgh coverage.
It would be cool if they had an option to say what would the role have been if I would have taken it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean it's not a 10, 11, 12 coverage unit. You know, it's 23, 20, 28. Looking past Kelsey, guessed right. Man Holmes gets a 6 die, 10 yards.
There was actually nobody in the zone. The middle linebacker looked like he was kind of in the zone, but he was shadowing Mahomes.
Really? Good catch.
Yeah. I don't know why you'd want to do that in this position, but he did.
Yeah, he's unlikely to get more than 10, and what's wrong with the 2nd and 1? Looking past Kelsey, 2nd might even be more dangerous. The linebacker's there this time, and Kelsey's going to get a yard, 2nd and 9. From their own 36, 4:48 left. KC trying to solve this defense. They've been able to get deep on a couple occasions, but just 3 points to show for it. 3 wide now with Bell. Short pass Sprinkle, 4 men in the zone. There's the pass rush. Bud Dupree's coming, 64% chance. And the credit goes to Dupree. It was a random of 2. Most anybody would get that one. So that was a no question about it sack, and it sets up a 3rd and a mile.
Yeah, so you want to put together a good drive, but you got to be I mean, you can't say don't throw short or long with Mahomes. You have to,
Yep.
but you do need to mix in the runs and flat passes to keep the defense honest. And right now, it's like they're not really respecting those areas too much.
Flat pass. Bellman is there. Incomplete. Wow. What a defensive call by Pete. Leaving Dupree home. 4th and 18.
It's about mixing it up and being unpredictable, and Peter's one of the best at that.
Ray McLeod gets his 57-yard return. Everything's going wrong right now for KC. To the KC 16. 1st and 10, Steelers. 3:36 left in the third. Oh my. 46-yard punt, returned 57 yards.
The pressure just keeps getting notched up on Tim. He's got to make a stand here.
4 wide with Snell. Not much of a run threat at all, but we learned last time he can hit that 11. Flat pass, Snell. Incomplete.
And remember, Tim's got some numbers on the defensive cards. Even with in a 4-2-5, you can still get a short gain on a line buck on 8. You can get plus 15 on 4 on an off tackle. So there's some numbers there. Plus 5, plus 7 for the offense to work, even if it doesn't. It doesn't have to land on one of those edges for the halfback.
Mm-hmm. End run. Guessed wrong. Connor's going to get 6 thanks to the injury out there. Okafor can't make the play. 3rd and manageable now from the KC 10-yard line. 3rd and 4. You want to secure your 2-score lead here. If you are the Steelers. Let's see what they do.
Look for a flat pass here.
Look in pass. Correct call by Dennis. And it's a 5-yard gain on the Chiefs' somewhat weak flat pass card. And that's a tough one. Tough pill to swallow for the Chiefs. 1st and goal now for the Steelers from the 5-yard line. Time to look at Kansas City's line buck with men in the zone situation. 1 yard, 4 yard, 7 yard on 6, 7, 8 with the linebacker there. -2, 6, and 3 off tackle. Short pass crosses us up. Guessed wrong. Incomplete and a holding call against Pitt. Turnabout is fair play. Unlikely as those penalties are, it came on the KC defensive penalty card. Must have been that 7. We don't know for sure. Which has an opponent number 5 on it. 1st and goal now. Back to the 15-yard line. 1:48 left in the third. Pro set against the 4-2-5. Flat pass Connor. Short gain. Only 11 yards, though. So the short gain comes up on Ben's 3, that near universal short gain, right, on 3. Gives us 2nd and goal from the 4. Gets the penalty yards back +1. It's McFarland in the backfield, limited to 3 yards on his own card. Linebuck to McFarland. Hits the dreaded 5. Possible penalty. Offside against KC. That one hurts. So now you're in. You had the stop for no gain. And now you're in McFarland range on his own card if he gets it.
Well, what a guessed wrong call. And nothing on 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. Just hoping for the defensive card. 2nd and goal now from the 2. Connor, McFarland, Snell. All 3 of them can run. You do, in 3 running back, 2 tight ends, you do get the +1 for the run, in case you're wondering. Pouncey's a 6 anyway. But the left side upgraded to 5s across the board. Line buck to Ben, no gain. 3rd and goal now from the 2. Would have been no gain for James Conner. Loss of 1 for Snell.
Interesting formation here. He lines up with 1 back and in the shotgun, so he can only sneak it with Ben or line buck with Connor. So does the defense risk keying it, or is that for show? Or does he really want you to call pass?
Line buck to Connor, guess pass. Short gain, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
+7 with a man in the zone, so no way to stop that.
And Frank Clark is gone. Well, that's a difficult play for the Chiefs. So both ends now out for the Chiefs.
So I said they wanted to keep it ugly, keep the score low and win it at the end. You said they needed to open the lead. Now they got that lead. So the 2-touchdown lead against
Pringle. Chiefs. Pringle hits the 2 for 41. Yeah, so he's got, I agree. There's that 2-touchdown lead, but Pringle almost makes it 1 in an instant. Wow. Tim's in the position where he's upset with that roll. Most of us would love a 41-yard kickoff return.
Let's see how their defense and offensive calls change.
Long
outside
pass.
linebackers coming on a blitz.
Complete. 271% chances. Nice job staying home by the Pittsburgh D. As KC starts to show some signs of desperation here on that first down bomb. Searching for the Mahomes 8 or a Hill receiver reading on the defensive card. Couldn't get it. Flat pass. Hardman, man, is there. Guessed right. Loses a yard. Possible penalty. We have a roughness against Pitt. Avoids the 3rd down and 11. Instead, 1st and 10 into Pittsburgh territory.
I like that call from an offensive standpoint because you can't just let him blitz those linebackers freely. You got to, poke over there a little bit to make sure they know that you can throw that zone.
And Pete is doing a great job. I mean, he had him there. I do like the call too. Man, Pete is making you guess. Short pass, Le'Veon Bell. We have an offside call against Pittsburgh, but that'll be declined as Bell makes the catch for 15 yards, and KC's in business now up to the Pittsburgh 33, 14:06 left, 4th quarter. Three wide against the blitz. Let's see if KC goes for the long one here to avoid this inside the 10 stuff. Flat pass, nobody home. Flats. 13 yards.
You got to keep doing that because you don't want to give up a sack there that puts you in, 2nd down and forever, and gives Pittsburgh a chance to get off the hook.
Last chance for a clean long pass here for KC at the 20.
Interesting formation by Peter. He goes 3-4, no blitz.
Can't move that safety around too much. Short pass Robinson. He goes short. 4 men in zone, incomplete. Brings him up against a classic position where Tim goes deep and saves the completion. So I would have given up 14 there because I'd have kept my man back. Pete does not, and he yields an incompletion. Nice call, Pete.
And Tim was saying, when can I land on Patrick Mahomes' card?
Long pass. This time, nobody back there. Here's Kelsey. Incomplete on the card of Kelsey. 9. Makes us pull out the old Tyreek Hill card here. 9 would have been incomplete. So he doesn't have to kick himself. 3rd and 10.
9 was the long gain on Hardman's card, but I don't know if he was doubled.
I don't think he doubled that time, did he? I don't see a failed double team attempt. Usually that would show up, right?
Not showing blitz, 3-3-5. Keep an eye on a flat pass to those outside linebackers that are going to probably be coming right now.
Short pass, Bell. 4 men in zone. Lots of blitzing. Incomplete on the defensive card. 4th and 10. Decision time. Got to go. If you're KC here. Still well within Mahomes' short pass range. Picking the right formation.
Maybe he's thinking about the field goal here. You're down by 11. There's 12:30 to go.
It's a very confident offense. You have to be very confident in your offense. I did it yesterday against Nathan over in Frozen Tundra. Down a ton of points, and it actually worked. I won by 3, but against the Steeler D,
he's at least considering it. 2 through 10 for Butker from this range out to 22. He's much worse from 23 to 32. So,
and he did miss on the variable right in the spot in the first quarter. Going 3 wide with Bell. No blitz being shown.
Now, I don't know if I'd go to those flat passes now because he already showed them coming one time. Maybe he'll keep them home this time.
On a 4th, you probably can't take that chance, but you got that great short pass card to Mahomes. Just go back there and give it a shot. Not high. And there it is. Mahomes 6 shows up for 12 yards. 1st and goal from the 8.
Finally, Tim says, there it is. There's Mahomes' card finally. Get off that D card.
Mahomes keeping his head above water, above the 50% mark, 19 of 37. Now you're inside the 10 against this Steeler D. Tough sledding here. No blitz being shown, interestingly, by the Steelers.
And Tim's going with a shotgun formation. Slow those pass rushers down a little bit.
I'm not afraid of the sniper scope here, especially with the KC receivers. They're going to catch it anyway. 1st and goal from the 8. 0 on Robinson. Short pass to Robinson. It's complete for a touchdown, but we have a holding call. KC with its 2nd, or is it its 3rd holding call inside the 10? I think it's the 2nd, 3rd penalty overall. 1st and goal from the 18. Wow. Robinson, not the best receiving card out there, but got it on his 8 for 12 yards. Wiped away. What do you say here? Flat? That's what I'll be thinking. The blitz is showing now. Out from the 18. Tim almost wishes he lost 2 more yards to get that long pass in play. Looking past Kelsey, nobody's there. 13 yards. Back down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5. Steelers brought everybody. $11:24 left, 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from the 5. Steelers up 17-3. Short pass, Hill. It guessed wrong. Incomplete on the Steelers 4-man card. Keeps Fitzpatrick back there. Instead of blitzing him, guessed run anyway. Would have been incomplete 3-man. 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line. It's 2 downs. Williams joins him in the backfield. Joins Mahomes. 3-3-5 blitz. I'd be looking to Williams here uncovered. Short pass to Williams uncovered. Incomplete again on the 6 of the Steelers defensive card. That is a completion on Mahomes' card. Twice in a row it comes up. That 6 has really told the story so far tonight, at least in this part of the game. And now it's 4th and 5. How much of running is an option here? Not much. It's another one where you sort of have to wheel back and trust the card of Patrick Mahomes to do your work for you. Too tight with Bell. Kaiser now facing that 0. Three, 5, not blitzing.
Maybe he goes back to Bell here, covered by a 0.
Or Kaiser by nobody, right? Bell and Kaiser.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Bell will be covered by TJ Watt, so a 4.
Kelsey is double teamed. Intercepted. Will he accept the interception or will he knock it down is the question.
No, you got to intercept it and take it at the 20.
And that's exactly what happens. So, 1st and 10. For the Steelers, the Chiefs get stymied by that 11 roll. On top of that, they don't even get the field position they were hoping for at the 5. I got a feel for Tim. Sorry. My biases will show a little bit here. That's rough. Linebacker Connor gets 6 yards. Possible penalty. Nothing there. 2nd and 4. 9:54 left. Chiefs still have plenty of chances here. Stop is the first item on your list. 6-yard first gain on the Steelers' run card is not what you're looking for. Here's a long pass. Guessed wrong. 39 yards. And the Steelers now are poised to take what might be a decisive 3-point lead. They're at the 35, so there's still work to do. 2 through 4 is Boswell out here. 2 through 9, 12 from the 32 and in. Catches the Chiefs in a run call. Looking pass. Guessed wrong. Nobody home. 18 yards. Deontay Johnson. Down to the Chiefs' 17-yard line. 8:42 left here in the 4th quarter. If you're the Steelers, you're playing for this field goal. A 3-score lead is gold with 8:42 left. I'm running. I'm not going to risk a flat pass interception. Give it to my min fumbles guys. Get 3 points and get out of here. Off tackle. Guessed right. Gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8 now from the Kansas City 15 as we near the halfway point of the 4th quarter. A blitzing 4-3 against Pro Set. Connor and Snell in the backfield. Checking our carries here. Connor with 5. That's plenty. Snell with 7. That's plenty. Off tackle, guessed wrong. 6 yards. 3rd and 2. Down to the 9-yard line. Pro Set. 2 through 11 inside the 12. 2 through 10 if variable kicks in. Pro Set against a 4-2-5 blitz. Short pass. Guessed right. Incomplete. Takes a chance. Here comes Boswell. 2 through 11 with no variable. Gets it, but possible penalty does not happen. So the field goal is good. It's 20-3 Pittsburgh. 6:54 left. Here comes Hardman. And, is it possible that we saw on that one where Tim did not return, is it possible it was Hardman, not Pringle back there?
Yeah, that's had to be what it was.
Had to be.
We just didn't notice.
Yep. Flat pass, Edwards-Helaire. Receiver, no fumble comes up. 4-yard gain. Oh, I was expecting a fumble there, I got to tell you. 2nd and 6. Just the way it's gone. Saw that receiver show up. I was like, uh-oh. But no, 2nd and 6, 6:18 left. Down 20-3. KC has been in this position before. They've won some games down 3 scores late. Hasn't faced a pass defense or a pass rush like this while doing it, though. Long pass, 2 men back. Complete for 29 on Mahomes' card. Up to the Pittsburgh 42. There was blitzers. There was 2 men. There was all the cards stacked against Mahomes. And then he comes through with the 29-yard completion. 6 minutes left. Going to see some more of that from Tim. Yeah, right here you see it. Pass rush gets him, though. To it. Are you there, Dennis? Because it was a 0% chance and he got him.
I am here. It was because
that
he was targeting Le'Veon Bell. So automatic sack when the asterisk rating comes against, I believe. I mean, I wasn't watching. We see
that. Yeah, I think that was it. Right on. Yeah.
That's the only time where you see it and where it shouldn't happen and it happens.
Thank you very much. Long gain, 51 yards. And that's a touchdown to Hardman. 2 men back again, hits the 8. You need to hit those 8s. 20-9. 5:06 left. Onside here or no, Dennis?
I think you have to try it, I guess, because even if you don't get the onside, you can hold them to the field goal and still be within 2 scores.
Right on. I agree 100%. That's the key there. The field goal doesn't kill you. So let's see here. Here is the likely onside kick. Who gets it? Chiefs or Steelers? Waiting. Wynn knocks over the ball, puts it back on the tee. Steelers get the ball. There's an illegal block against Pittsburgh. I don't think we have a re-kick here, but that's going to help. That's going to help that field goal possibility for the Chiefs gets, from a defensive perspective, gets diminished. So now Pittsburgh starts out at their own 41. With 4:48 to play. Can KC pull a rabbit out of the hat? Looking pass, guessed right, 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Pro set. Connor and Snell. That's the 4-3. Flat pass, guessed wrong. 2 men there, incomplete. So that keeps the clock at 3:36 and a 3rd and 10. Hardman has the touchdown on a 2 for a punt return. You enjoying a nice snack over there, Dennis?
Oh, sorry. I'm making dinner for the kids. I gotta mute myself.
3rd and 10. Connor joins him. Flat pass to Connor. 1 man there. Guessed right. -5. So the clock ticks down, but picks up 5 yards of field position. The coffin corner is probably out of the question here. And here we have a chance for Hardman from the 5-yard line after a great kick. Gotta have to return it here. Fair catch. Yeah. Need to take that chance. Couldn't get the snake eyes. So a fantastic punt. 2:42 left. Chiefs up against it. They're going to need more 8s on Mahomes' card. You might see some bailout double teams here. Looking past Bell. And that's what Tim was anticipating. Gets the 6 die, 13 yards, but that ticks that clock down. Look in. And that's going to take us down to what, 2:06? 2:24. 1st and 10 from the 18. Because the offense took a timeout there. Interesting. Got the 6. If it would have been a flat pass, it would have been out of bounds. Three wide. Long pass Watkins, 2 men back, not double teamed, intercepted. Minkah Fitzpatrick is there, no chance of a penalty. Pittsburgh likely to just to sit on it, and they do. So that is likely, barring a incredible miracle, snap fumbles and things, it likely means Pittsburgh's advancing. Flat pass. Connor takes a chance, hits the interception, splitting complete.
Oh my. Living dangerously. Just run, punt. Well, he figured it was 2:06, so no matter what, the clock was going to stop. So might as well throw it. If you're going to throw it there.
Sure. Still wouldn't throw it there, but yes. If you are going to float, throws it again, gets 12 yards, works out. And Tim Irvin takes his second timeout now. And now it is time for running or kneeling even. Kneeling is not the worst idea. Limit your fumble chance. I'm not sure what Ben's snap fumble is. It won't end the game. Come really close, though, and minimize the fumbles. Let's see here. And run to Connor, gets short yardage. He's going to pick up 2 yards. He has a 6 fumble there. Ben's snap fumble is 3.1. So pretty low. His run fumble is 10. Guessed wrong. I imagine it gets to around 25 or so. Guessed right. Pro set against a 4-3. 1:45 left. 20-10. Pittsburgh leading KC. Short pass. It's intercepted. Here's a chance for the Chiefs. Can they return it all the way? No gain. But there's a pulse in KC. 1:37 left from their own 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Kansas City, 1:37 again left in the game. 20-10 is the score. 3 wide with Bell against the 3-2-6 as you'd expect. Long pass, Hardman, intercepted again. Mike Hilton makes the pick this time. So do it all over again. 1st and 10, 1:30 left. No timeouts left for KC. So a kneel down is going to end the game. And Pittsburgh will advance to face Seattle in the Super Bowl. Mason Rudolph on to avoid injury. Not going to happen anyway on a knee. And we're down to 45 seconds. Congratulations, Pittsburgh. Well done. Holds KC to 10 points. Incredible red zone D. Take a look at the stats in a minute, but I'm looking forward to seeing the red zone defense stats for Pitt. Let's take a look. Red zone efficiency, 21% for KC. That's your story. Got 3 out of 14 possible points there. Those 11 points, the difference in the game. On 2 of those stops, it was a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. KC got 3. It was a 4th and goal, among other things, from the 5. And Mahomes threw an interception. We will get the guys on the broadcast, hopefully. I know Pete's been set up with his mic. Offering the invite. And we wait. While we wait, we'll take a look at some more stats here. Take a look at those drives from KC. Incredible. Lots of nothing. All those interceptions. 4 interceptions for Mahomes. The AFC West has been eliminated from all postseason competition with the Broncos' loss yesterday. 43.8 for Mahomes. That's his rating. Completed 51% of his passes against this very stingy Pittsburgh D. Roethlisberger ends up with a 62.8 rating, completing 63% of his passes. but he did a pretty good job. He did better than his rating shows. He sort of a game manager today. Ran the ball a lot, did the Steelers. 21, 25, 29, 32 carries up against 30 passes. Hi, Tim.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, well.
Did not work out as planned.
Where would you like to start? You pick your starting point, please.
Oh, well, let's listen. Let's start where we're supposed to start, which is congratulations to Peter Shibley. I mean, a great season, and it's a big win for him, man. I mean, you're in the Super Bowl, and so I just couldn't be happier for Peter. I always would say that, and I feel the same way about real football. If it's not the Kansas City Chiefs, as soon as you've won 1 or 2 Super Bowls, I'm ready for someone new, right? No one likes the Patriots, and there's a reason for that, right? So, seeing Peter get to take me down and go to the Super Bowl and face the legendary Dennis, I'm really happy for him, man. That's a great opportunity for him. I kind of got to know Peter a little bit this week. I helped him with his headset and got that up and running for him. So I'm just kind of happy for Peter. I'm obviously disappointed on my end, but I wanted to start with that and tip my cap to Peter on that for sure.
Yes, well said. Well said. Continue.
I'm sorry, what?
Continue, please.
So beyond that, I mean, I would tell you, I mean, honestly, what a crazy game, and he played a great game, but I really felt like the dice were killing me. You always hate to say that, but I'm used to that in the first quarter. They just never seem to come back and bounce back for me later in the game like they typically do. But I had multiple times with Clyde on wrong and hitting that 7 on the flat pass with
Yep.
stuff. Both of my long pass to empty zones. One ended up interception, and I think the other one was an interception split that I missed.
Yep.
I just and like even at the end of the game, I was surprised to see him passing down the stretch like he was. And of course, that kind of played into it what I wanted him to do, I guess. But there was one of those passes I even caught him with 2 men in the flat pass zone. I couldn't believe I had that opportunity. But I had, I think, at least 4 or more opportunities to 2 men in the flat today too. But last I saw, I was at 10 penalties too. So, and obviously 4 interceptions that I will count as 2 because the other 2 interceptions are desperation time. So there's the man. Let's hear from Pete.
Peter, welcome. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts? What was the key to the game from your perspective?
Well, you hit that 7 that was blank a couple times on the flats when you had me burned. I knew going in I didn't want to take any chances against Kansas City and open anything up. So any fumbles, I wasn't going to try and advance. Any interceptions, especially late, just take a knee and just because when I practice these games against Kansas City, anytime I try to get risky, it burned me. So I'm just going to play it straight up and just hope for good dice rolls.
That was smart.
Well, your offense was really interesting tonight because there was no standout there, right? You had a nice consistent running game. Ben was a game manager, right? You hit some big ones sort of later in the game, but you just sort of plodded your way down the field, took advantage of good field position for the most part, right? You were able to manipulate good field position and just sort of dink and duck your way to points.
Yeah, Kansas City's running defense is a little suspect. You get that 7 and 5 off tackle, the 5 and short up the middle on his card, and of course Connor can. I was trying to hit that 4 on his off tackle, and I caught it once.
Caught it. Yeah,
it's going to be a little harder against Dennis with his run defense. All he's going to have to do is sit back and call pass and watch me pick up 2-3 yards at a time. But I don't know. I haven't really.
Feel free to tell me all the plans you're going to try to do in Seattle.
I haven't even looked at Seattle yet. I haven't scouted them. I didn't think I would get this far, so I really haven't looked at it yet.
Well, I was real quick. I was telling Anthony, a lot of these guys may not be familiar with your coaching ability. since they haven't been in a lot of leagues with you, but Peter's played in my retro stock team league, and I think he has. Can you? If I share my screen, will everybody see it here? He's won like 6 or 7 championships, multiple back-to-back championships at different times.
Wow.
So, and some of them, like he's, of course, he won with the 72 and 73 Dolphins. I'm not surprised by that. But then there was times where he won with the 84 Dolphins. That great Marino card, but the defense gives up like plus 27 on 4. Or
I
something
remember those cards. Absolutely. You were always running to hit that 4.
Yeah. So he's got some really strong accolades as a strat football coach. So
Good for you. I did not know that.
Yeah, you didn't lose to a newbie here. Peter's been doing this for a long time.
I've been playing since 1971.
Yeah, that's about where I would be, probably somewhere around there. Well, that's not true. No, you've played longer. I'm probably 10 years after that now that I think
But
about
it's a completely different game now. So my
Sure.
strategy back 50 years ago, I have no idea if it's the same as now.
Sure.
Well, the strategy you cited, I thought that's smart. To hear you articulate it the way you did, and just basically not take a lot of chances. Know you've got the superior defense, and just make me work through that and not make any mistakes. And that certainly worked out to your advantage tonight. It worked out well.
Casey's not used to being negative 16 in field position. They were, but that to me that wasn't even the key stat of the game.
Gosh.
The key stat was the red zone defense, Pete. You called just fantastic red zone defense. Penalties didn't help you either, Tim.
No, I got tons of them in the red zone.
No.
But you ended up 3 out of 14, 21% in the red zone.
That.
Those 11 points, it's a 10-point game.
And missing those 2 field goals back to back at the beginning on the opening drive, that was a real buzzkill. But when he hit that 25-yarder to James Conner, and I'm not sure what the score was at that time, but it was still a game. And when he hit that 25-yarder, and it was mid to late third quarter, I had him at that point at even after that run at 3.8 yards per play all day. And when you're playing the Chiefs, if you're able to hold your opponent to 3.8 yards per play, you think you're going to come out a winner. But that defense just I couldn't penetrate it enough or consistently enough.
So when you were down there, Tim, you're down the red zone. 1st and goal at the 1 was your first one, correct?
Yeah, at the 2, I think. But you're right. I was so close.
And you get the false start on 1st down.
Yeah.
Then a sack.
Yeah.
You get back in, and then I think it was either another sack or a holding pushed you back to
a holding with that. Yeah.
The second time toward the end, the huge 4th down call, a couple big 4th down calls. First thing you did was in one of the big roles of the game was 6 short pass, because it's complete on Mahomes' card. It's incomplete on Pittsburgh's card. It went probably 2/3, 3/4 to Pitt.
Yeah.
You caught it to catch the 1st down on 4th and what was it, 10 or something?
Yes. 4th and 10, I went for it. And I think I was at the 22-ish. I think I was in a makeable field goal range. But when I've balanced that with the potential of a variable field goal knocking me back just to the next zone, I'm like, I'm not taking that chance. No way.
Agreed.
So,
but then the 4th down call was intercepted on a great double team by Pete. I mean, that's
it's a good call. It's a good call for sure. And Minka's going to get his. When you're as aggressive as Pete is with Minka Fitzpatrick, I've cited it. I'm going to try to share here, see if I have Dennis's skills. But I'm going to see if I can't share this. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is what I call the Minka report. Are you seeing this?
Do I have to stop my screen?
Let me see. Hang on one second. I didn't hit the final button. How about now? Can you see it? No? Oh, that's too bad. All right. Well, I thought I had it all shared, so we'll just go ahead and go back to what we were talking about. My apologies. I put a spreadsheet together of the matchup that Pete had with the Texans in the wild card round, as I thought was the best balance for facing Mahomes, where the Texans also have an elite passer and a few good receivers and some running, but not great running backs, defense that's got some holes, and you're trying to, stay with the Steelers. So I thought it'd be a good balance. So I charted every play of that game defensively for Pete and what Minka Fitzpatrick did. And everything from, and I know you can't see it, but I was charting down and distance, the formation, both offensively, defensively, if he showed blitz, then if he followed through to blitz. And I tracked every single time that he left that long pass zone open and came up with some variables that I applied in this game. And that was some of, why you saw me throwing deep as often as I did, a little more than I usually do. But I don't know. I felt like, especially because he was so aggressive double teaming, that was the answer, that I was going to have to be able to beat him deep once or twice. And like I say, I got my looks a couple times, and I just didn't get the dice to match at that moment. So
you got nothing on Pete's card for long passes. You got 3 on your card, 2 29s and a long gain. You needed to hit that 8. We talked about it early on. You needed to hit that 8 long pass on Mahomes' card.
Yeah,
a couple times to have a chance. I mean, that's this group of teams: Oakland, Vegas, Chargers, these AFC West teams with this 8, with especially the Chargers and the Chiefs had that 8-10. A lot of other guys do too. The teams rely on it. Just rely on it, and you only caught it once, and that's going to be the story. And it kept on going to. If you went back and you broke it down, how many times did it go to the defensive card versus Mahomes' card, short pass and long pass?
Sure.
It fed it.
The only time I was sitting here saying, "Don't hit the 8 on his card," and that's the one he did.
Yeah, it took me all game to finally get his number, and a little bit, too late. But yeah, like I said, though, Pete, you did a great job of. I mean, playing that base defense and not taking a lot of chances other than doubling everyone. I can't remember the last time I threw so much to Kaiser and Le'Veon Bell, and that was in the game plan too. More Le'Veon Bell to do the blocking against your star rated blitzers.
Without giving up too much to Seattle here,
right.
One thing we noticed was how well you mixed up your blitzes. You mentioned Clyde's Edwards-Helaire did drop a couple. I mean, you were going to get burned a couple times in the game. That was going to happen with Watt and with Dupree, but I think more often than not, Tim, you threw against one man in zone going flat. So Pete, what's your philosophy on blitzing, safety blitzing, bringing Dupree, bringing Watt?
When I'm in the moment, I don't have a game plan that's ahead of time on what I'm going to do when. I just kind of get a feel from what the other coach is doing, and I really don't have. I know I got to plug those tackles up from time to time, because if there's a linebacker in those tackle zones, you're not going anywhere on my card. But if I don't, and you call at the right time, you get the short gain. So it's a juggling act, and you just got to get lucky.
Beautifully done. I mean, unpredictability is the key to good D, and you did a great job, I thought, between the 20s. Even though the Chiefs had success between the 20s, that's true, but slowed them down enough, and then to limit the chances. I mean, again, as good as the red zone defense was, right, 20-some%, and you led the league. We just checked, led the league in red zone defense all year long. I think probably the key number there, though, might not be the 20%, but the only 14 points of opportunity that the Chiefs had. So it was 3 out of 14. That 14, Tim, is very low.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
Any more thoughts, Peter, while we have you here? Thanks for joining us. So good to have you on.
Yeah, I finally figured out how to do this. Like I said, right now everything's kind of a fog. I'm in the moment. It's a Zen thing, and I really don't know. I have a basic game plan, but it's dictated by situation, what the other coach is doing, and my experience. I had no experience against Tim. Maybe played him a couple times. I probably played Dennis 500 or 1,000 times, but he always mixes it up too. So I don't know.
Well, it's a rematch of Super Bowl, whatever it was, in 2003, 4, 5, whatever it was, right? Pittsburgh, Seattle.
Yeah, XL, Super Bowl XL. So Super Bowl 40.
Your thoughts on that one, Dennis?
On the 2005?
Give us something good. No, on the one coming up next week. Other than pleasantries, what do you have in store for us? Well,
again, it'll come down to what Peter said too, adjusting in the moment, taking what the other coach is giving you. being not predictable. I think you just have to balance playing to your strengths to trying to attack the other team's weaknesses. My pass blocking isn't great. His pass rushing isn't great. I don't think it would be smart for me to go deep every chance I get, because I'm going to get sacked and be in 3rd and 18 or something like that. So I just have to figure out what's going to work against that defense. And that's a tough defense, as Tim found out tonight.
Yes, right.
So, and then, I'm sure that Peter will be looking at my, deep pass cards with nobody in the zone and want to be throwing deep. Now, how often does he do that? He has to juxtapose that against Big Ben's interceptions chances.
Right.
So it's like it's a cat and mouse game, but it's going to be fun. It'll be, hopefully we'll put together an entertaining contest for you guys.
It really should be a good one. I mean, the matchups are pretty fascinating. The linebackers against that offensive line, the linebackers, the potential. I mean, you've been living on the off tackle. I think you led the league in off tackle calls, if I'm not mistaken, Dennis. And you also led the league in guess wrong long passes. So, and you have those 2 linebackers that can come up, but, Wilson can throw flat pretty well too. So it should be a really fun cat and mouse.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's you look at the list of champions and you see a lot of names repeating, but I'm telling you, every time it's tough to make it through, your division, and then your conference, and then to win in the big game. It's tough. Nothing comes easy in Strat.
A lot of good coaches in this league too.
Any final thoughts, Coach Irvin, on your season this year, looking at it?
I will say this. Peter just stopped a big streak. Obviously I was in the last 5 Super Bowls. That's over. And also I looked at it, and other than the back-to-back Super Bowl losses that I had to Dennis Crowley against the Seahawks, however many years ago, 3, 4, or 5 years ago, other than those back-to-back losses, I had won 18 consecutive postseason games against anybody not named Dennis Crowley.
Wow.
And Peter came along tonight. And the other thing about that is, I'll say this, I was holding this private little morsel in my head. It's one of those things where you don't want to say it out loud because you don't want to jinx yourself. But I'm not going to lie to you. I've been sitting here all week thinking, man, Dennis won. If I can beat Peter, I get Dennis. And if I get Dennis, we both have 4 championships, and I get a chance to be the one that gets the 5th. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's motivating. Of course, that speaks to me. I'm competitive like anybody else. And so obviously disappointed I don't get a chance. And obviously that means big Steelers fan. Take it to the house for me, Peter. And I have no shame. I don't mind saying it. And seriously though, good luck, man. You've had a great season, and you earned that win over me tonight for sure, man. Oh, looks like we got somebody else back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm trying to cook dinner for the kids and come over here at the same time. But think about what Tim just said. 5 Super Bowls in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? 5 in a row? That's amazing.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
What's the word for a 4-peat? Because he was working on a 4-peat, right?
That's what it would have been.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that's why it's so cool. That's why I'm so happy for Peter, man, because I think that should be a part of the narrative of what he accomplished. I had a big run going, and now I have a chance to play Dennis. I mean, if you're a normal fan watching this evolve on TV, you're thinking it's destiny. Oh yeah, Chiefs are going to win. They're about to go against Seattle. We're going to settle. And then
That's
Peter
what I
comes into
thought.
this defense and says, nope. Yeah, and I had a feeling. I'll tell you this, in my practice games, you talked about yours, in my practice games, it wasn't too surprising that we were 3-3 as long as we were, because in a lot of I don't know about you, Peter, but a lot of my practice games, it ended up being a defensive slog.
Yeah.
Did you find that?
I had a couple that were wide open, and those were the games where I took the chances and opened the door for Kansas City, and that's how I learned not to do that and just grind it out and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, you sure stifled me. So, but yeah, dude, I'm so happy for you, Peter. Like I said, it was kind of fun to get to meet you this week and help you with your headset. Had no idea, by the way, that you have all these championships in another league. That's fantastic, and that's also now a cool narrative for the championship. I didn't know you guys have played 100 and some games together. That's really cool, man. And nice to see you guys going to meet. That's awesome.
We play tournaments. We've played in in this USSFL. We've been playing the SSFR,
These acronyms.
SSFRL for maybe 30
Alphabet soup.
seasons.
Yeah, no, we started in I think 63, and that was the earliest season at the time. But we've gone back and played them all from 57 all the way up to 1993. We're in right now, so we play 2 seasons a year in that one. And Tim, Peter usually has 2 teams, and I'll have sometimes 2 teams too. Right now, I only have the Seahawks because I try to get more coaches in. But
Is
Peter
it stock league or draft league?
Stock league.
Stock league.
So,
The retro is a stock league. Okay.
Was that Chris Warren and John L. Williams for you?
yeah, they're still hanging on. This is the first rookie Rick Meyer year. So this is the last year they're actually kind of going to be fun to play. This is going to be the mid 90s is like the doldrums of the Seahawk era until Holmgren shows up in the late 90s. But anyway, I think this is like there's from a coaching standpoint, it would have been cool to have Tim be able to get the Seahawk monkey off his back and beat me in the Super Bowl. But Peters is as tough as a coach as I've had. He's had my numbers. He's beaten me with really crappy teams, and I've had good teams. So this is
and vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa, sure. So you never know what's going to happen. So get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let us know when you guys
schedule. Yes, thank you, Tim. In stereo.
I'll be there. Must see TV.
Well,
I need a couple of days to get ready.
Yeah, you got some work to do.
I didn't want to look at Seattle. I didn't scout them. I know a little bit about them, but I haven't done any games against them. So
hey,
got
Pete,
my work cut out.
all those times you've played Dennis and all the other leagues that I'm unaware of that you've got these championships in, have you ever been in a final against Dennis?
I was thinking of that. I don't think so.
Okay. I was just curious.
We played in a league maybe 7-8 years ago, maybe longer. And it was set up, it was gimmicky, but it was really fun. You had to pick a certain year, and you had to take the offense from one team and the defense from the other. So I had the Seattle 84 defense and the 84 Miami offense.
Wow.
And I won that league, and I don't know if he got to the championship or not. I don't know if he had 63 Chargers and the 63 Bears defense. Somebody had that. I don't remember who we had, but that was a fun league. That might be the only time we squared off in a championship game.
Huh. All right.
We'll do some research.
It'll be fun. Yeah, you do some research.
Do you remember that league, Dennis?
Yeah, the franchise league. David Bowman ran that league.
Right.
So I'd have to look it up. I know that website's still up somewhere. So I'll find it and I'll send it out to you guys in an email. But yeah, you might have beat me in the championship in that one. You probably beat me in the playoffs before the championship, but
who did you have?
It depends on. I think in that one it might have been the +1 league where you took a team and you added one guy to it. So I took like the 63 Chargers and added Billy Ray Smith. So I had 3 6 linebackers. That team was pretty crazy. But it could have been the combo league. I think the combo league. I don't think I had the 63 Bears. I was maybe the 63 Chargers with a modern, 63 Chargers offense with a modern Chargers defense.
Well, it had to be the same year. You had to take a defense and an offense from the same season.
Gosh, that's a good question.
Because I had Seattle's defense in '84, and then Marino's '84 season. That was fun to play.
I bet.
Let's see. I think I might have the link here. No.
If you find it, send it. We definitely.
I will. I'll send it to you guys. I'll email it to you guys. I don't want to keep you guys hanging on.
Congratulations, Peter. Great win. Looking forward to the game next week. This is very good build-up for it that we would not have known. So,
yeah,
making notes on that, and we will look forward to a really good Super Bowl.
Should be fun, guys.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks for joining us,
everybody. See you there, man.
We'll see you one more time next week.
All right.
Bye now.